Here are 30 quotes that take you inside Albert Einstein's brilliant mind. Tell us in the comments which quote you love. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, you think it's only a minute. But when you sit on a hot stove for a minute, you think it's 2 hours. That's relativity. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Nature shows us only the tail of the lion, but there is no doubt in my mind that the lion belongs with it even if he cannot reveal himself to the eye all at once because of his huge dimension. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery every day. I am by heritage a Jew, by citizenship a Swiss, and by makeup a human being, and only a human being, without any special attachment to any state or national entity whatsoever. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain. And as far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. As a human being, one has been endowed with just enough intelligence to be able to see clearly how utterly inadequate that intelligence is when confronted with what exists. Common sense is nothing more than a deposit of prejudices laid down in the mind before you reach 18. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z, work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Creativity is intelligence having fun. It is important for the common good to foster individuality, for only the individual can produce the new ideas which the community needs for its continuous improvement and requirements indeed to avoid sterility and petrifaction. Nationalism is an infantile sickness. It is the measles of the human race. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Whoever does not know it and can no longer wonder, no longer marvel, is as good as dead, and his eyes are dimmed. My passionate sense of social justice and social responsibility has always contrasted oddly with my pronounced lack of need for direct contact with other human beings and human communities. I am truly a lone traveler and have never belonged to my country, my home, my friends, or even my immediate family with my whole heart. In the face of all these ties, I have never lost a sense of distance and a need for solitude. The ordinary adult never gives a thought to space-time problems. I, on the contrary, developed so slowly that I did not begin to wonder about space and time until I was an adult. I then delved more deeply into the problem than any other adult or child would have done. If I were to start taking care of my grooming, I would no longer be my own self, so the hell with it. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. The ideals that have lighted my way and time after time have given me new courage to face life cheerfully have been kindness, beauty, and truth. Without the sense of kinship with men of like mind, without the occupation with the objective world, the eternally unattainable in the field of art and scientific endeavors, life would have seemed empty to me. The trite objects of human efforts, possessions, outward success, luxury, have always seemed to me contemptible. The aim of education must be the training of independently acting and thinking individuals who, however, see in the service to the community their highest life problem. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. Why is it that nobody understands me and everybody likes me? Most teachers waste their time by asking questions that are intended to discover what a pupil does not know, whereas the true art of questioning is to discover what the pupil does know or is capable of knowing. I very rarely think in words at all. A thought comes, and I may try to express in words afterwards. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. The state of mind which enables a man to do work of this kind is akin to that of the religious worshiper or the lover. The daily effort comes from no deliberate intention or program, but straight from the heart. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science, measured against reality, is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most precious thing we have. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let us know in the comments which quote resonated with you the most. Stay curious, keep questioning, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep learning.
As a child, I prayed to God to give me a bike. Then I realized that God worked differently. I stole my bike and prayed for forgiveness. Never fall in love with the same person twice, because the second time, you fall in love with the memories, not the person. If the path ahead of you is clear, you are probably on someone else's path. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. A rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. Don't ruin your health to make money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health, and it doesn't work both ways. They promised that dreams could come true, but they forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. Never wrestle with a pig. You will both get dirty, but the pig enjoys it. Before you speak, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you quit, try. A busy man rarely receives visits from idle friends. No flies fly towards a boiling pot. The average of 5 is real. If you truly want to know someone, look at the 5 people they talk to and spend the most time with. Every person has 3 faces. First, the one we show to the world and strangers. Second, the one we show to our family, spouse, and close friends. And third, the one we show only to ourselves. Before continuing, I ask you to take a moment to like this video and comment. My heart loves wisdom, and I will send you a heart as soon as I see your comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your support. And now, let's return to the video. The magic you seek is found in the work you avoid. When you laugh, people laugh with you, but when you cry alone. Always listen to your gut. Somehow, it knows many things you wouldn't expect. You cannot convince people to love you. No one will ever give you love just because you desire it. True love flows freely in both directions. Don't ruin your health to make money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health, and it doesn't work both ways. They promised that dreams could come true, but they forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. Never wrestle with a pig. You will both get dirty, but the pig enjoys it. Before you speak, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you quit, try. A busy man rarely receives visits from idle friends. No flies fly towards a boiling pot. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Do not judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Be cautious of those who say they love you, because often they do not. They are just using you. Trust yourself and your first instinct to make decisions. The people who say you can't and won't are usually the ones afraid that you will. Your friends' problems become your problems. The smaller your social circle, the fewer problems you have. What begins in anger ends in shame. The only true mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. If you want to get rich, consider saving as earning. Realize that you cannot control everything or everyone, but you can control yourself, and that's even better. It is possible to make no mistakes and still lose. That's not weakness, that's life. Stop trying to make everyone like you. You need enemies to succeed. Everyone falls. It's in getting up that we learn to walk. Focus on yourself. People come and go. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the whole book. Sometimes the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. The problem is, you think you have time. Loneliness is not the absence of people, it is the absence of connection. Seek meaningful interactions, not just company. Just because an idea catches your attention doesn't mean it deserves it. If something bothers you, change it. If it's beyond your control, learn to live with it. Accept it. Change yourself. It's the only thing you can influence. You won't notice your progress in life because you're always raising the bar. Solitude is the price you pay when you start to improve. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. Wasting time regretting, lamenting, and crying won't bring you anything. Never sacrifice your progress for a friend. They might not do the same if the roles were reversed. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. The more you love yourself, the less you need others. Stay away from people who make you feel alone. No company is better than bad company. Be kind, but don't let people use you. You are not always responsible for the first thought you have, but you are responsible for the second. Never underestimate the power of stupid people. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. Sometimes it's a blessing not to get what you want. People say almost anything when they're happy. Be wise and cautious in this regard. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Worry is the worst bully. It takes everything and gives nothing in return. Great results can be achieved with small efforts. No one will understand your life. It's your responsibility. Don't leave for tomorrow what can be done today. You will ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. Love your neighbor as yourself. When you wake up in the morning, remember what you promised to do in the evening. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Make peace with your past so it doesn't ruin the present. People don't get what they deserve. When nothing can go wrong, it will. Do not make a person the center of your happiness. Do not make them the reason for your happiness, because once they leave your life, you have nothing left. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Success is a lonely journey. You must learn to accept losses and make compromises. Youth is happy because it has the ability to see beauty. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old. There will always be someone better than you in a field, and you must accept this fact and learn from them. That's what will help you grow. In life, you have 3 choices. Watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what happened. No job is beneath you. The only thing that should be beneath you is your big ego. Work hard in silence and show your skills in the work you get, rather than criticizing the work. You might be the sweetest peach on the tree, but some people just don't like peaches. The secret to genius is to retain the spirit of a child until old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Passion is great, but it doesn't solve all problems. Passion can do a lot in your life, but it doesn't mean it's all unicorns and rainbows. Don't be afraid to move slowly, be afraid only to stand still. Experience is not what happens to a man. It's what a man does with what happens to him. Life is unfair. Don't lament. Don't complain. Learn to have a thick skin. Make the most of what you can. Experiment. Don't wait. Experience life. Don't expect it to be what it should be. When you work for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own. Kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. All that we are is the result of our thoughts. He who thinks he can do everything can do everything. Just because you know how something works doesn't mean it's not magic. Whatever good you do for people, they will remember only your mistakes. Well done is better than well said. Great men are meteors destined to burn to light the earth. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Don't regret the past because at that moment you did your best. If you can't do it now, you'll never do it. The things you own end up owning you. Good people don't need laws to act responsibly, while bad people find a way around the laws. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Most things you worry about never happen. We become mentally weak when life is too comfortable. Listen more than you speak because wisdom often comes from silence. The world is boring for boring people. Resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Fiction is the lie through which we tell the truth. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. It is unrealistic to expect people to see you as you see yourself. Spend time with the elderly. Their wisdom and experience are invaluable. When talking to people, look them in the eye and on the face. This will make you more confident in front of others. Don't tell your friends you're happy. Don't make them angry. Don't tell your enemies you're unhappy. Don't make them happy. There is never a relationship without self-interest. In short, each of us is surely selfish. Never have too high expectations. The higher you expect, the more you will suffer when results don't meet your hopes. Your deepest and darkest moment can be the best thing that ever happened to you. Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. Anything the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Leave the house messy and the garden untended over the weekend. You will remember the fun, not the property's neatness. Sometimes we are tested not to show our weaknesses but to discover our strengths. Time goes slowly when we follow it. It feels like it's being followed. Don't let others take advantage of you. Learn to say no and know your rights. A happy marriage is a long conversation that always seems too short. If you're not dating to get married, you're dating to get your heart broken. Be convinced and have a serious relationship. Don't pretend to be better than you are. Live your life at your own pace. Envy is a waste of time. You already have everything you need. You might regret your speech, but you will never regret your silence. The race is won by the horse that outstrips its competitors by a head. It is indeed very difficult to turn the page, but once you do, you will realize it was the best decision to make. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. You cannot change the past, but you can shape your future by learning from the past. Never awaken a woman's love without intending to love her. Learn to say no, be frugal, eat only real food, not wheat, and limit carbs. We are all the villain in someone's story. Getting angry is getting revenge on someone else's mistakes. It is ridiculous to think someone else can make you happy or unhappy. To lead people, you must follow them. Respect yourself because people can see if you don't. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. Don't waste your time with explanations. People hear only what they want to hear. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. The walls you build to keep things out are also walls that keep things in. Never make a promise you can't keep. Experience is the master of all things. Every man can err, but only a fool persists in his mistake. Stay patient. The best things happen unexpectedly. Be kind to people without letting them take advantage of your good nature. Efforts are never in vain. How others see you isn't important. How you see yourself is essential. Never let others know your weaknesses, but always try to highlight your positives. To love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Better to be alone than in bad company. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice. If you're not happy with yourself, you will never be happy in a relationship. It's better to light a small candle than to curse the darkness. Trust your instincts. They can sometimes save you from big trouble. Thank you for watching.